Thanks, yeah, that was a pretty good job.
I need one of those.
Questions for Beau.
Well, did you know that the guy you were wrestling last night was the weight that he was, weight that he was, like, lower than you? Like, did you feel a difference?
I mean, you weighed in more than me.
You weighed in more than you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he was listed on Rutgers as 125, wrestled 33, so just wasn't quite sure.
I don't know. We go up for that one. I don't know. We all stepped on the scale at the same time. He weighed more than me on the scale, so.
Is it ever noticeable, that little weight difference? Is it ever noticeable in a match?
What do you mean by that?
Like if a guy's slightly bigger, and you said he weighed in more than you.
Not really.
Do you notice that, and do you ever feel it in any position?
I think some guys are stronger than others, some guys are faster than others. Everyone has like different things that just makes them, who they are. But I don't think I've really noticed anything different than that.
Is this your time of the year? I mean, 3 top 5 matches now in like a 2-week span, including this one coming.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. We got a lot of great guys we're wrestling against, all these top teams back to back to back. And I think it's really exciting. You get to make a lot of adjustments and doing my best to be up for every match. And 2 more duels, then we get really into Big Tens and NCAAs, and that's really the most exciting thing by far. Really, you just got to get there, 1 match at a time, get through it all, wrestle the best we can, and luckily, my best performances are still ahead of me, so I'm excited for that.
Would you say you were a fan of the pink and black singlets yesterday?
I think I love it. I love the pink and black singlets. It definitely takes some time getting used to. The photos and videos all look really cool. I think I like the way the blue and white looks more. I think it's just my routine. I like the white headgear and the shoes, all these small little details. We talked a while ago about me being very detail oriented, and the just small differences. It was really cool seeing, and especially after my match, once I got to really notice all the details of everything, like the little the pink light strips and everything. That was really cool. That was a very incredible performance put on by everyone.
Can you describe like how happy the team is overall? Terrell and Lucas do what they did last night. Man, they were 2 good guys that they beat.
That was the highlight of my week for sure. Utah boys put it on. They stepped up. Both of them giving up weight. Both of them wrestling hard in their positions. Lucas somehow getting to legs and taking down a guy that was giant, and Terrell getting the ride out. And I don't know why that guy went bottom, honestly, but they performed pretty well. That was awesome. We were on our feet for sure.
Are there any common character traits for a Utah boy? You know, like I'm thinking like Levi Haynes. He's a Pennsylvania farm boy. Like what's a Utah boy look like on the mat? Is there something that comes with the style or?
I think so. I think Utah wrestlers are very, very tough. I think that culture that the entire Sanderson family has established there, it runs deep. And so they wrestle really tough. They wrestle through positioning in Utah. Entire families wrestled, their grandfathers wrestled. They're generational wrestlers. And when opportunities present themselves, they're ready. They fight for every inch.
What are your thoughts on the Bryce Jordan Center meet? Kind of a traditional thing where it just happens once or twice a season. And then do you have to make any adjustments going from a crowd size of a couple thousand to, 12,000 plus?
I like crowds with noise. Bryce Jordan Center had some more noise this time. That was awesome. We just came from Carver. That's another level, guys. We got to get there. We got to get there one day because that's crazy. I love that. There's a lot of hecklers, but more bad noise, good noise is better than no noise. So that was impressive. But Bryce Jordan Center, awesome. Rec Hall is really nice, especially with that loud music pumping. I'll take it.
Is there? I guess if you can share it, what's the most memorable chirp that you might have heard from the faithful at Carver Hawkeye?
Most memorable, I don't repeat those words. But nothing bad, but there's this one guy. So they sell different beverages over there. And so there's this one guy who's sitting like perpendicular to our bench, front row, and he was having a good time. He had a lot of food and drink around him, and there was always a fresh one in his hand, and he had a lot of things to say, and it was great. He was actually he was chirping both teams, honestly, and he was decked out in some black and yellow gear. So he loved it. He was awesome. More people like that, not too many. Keep him under a leash, but one of those guys, that was pretty fun.
Well, where does it rank for you, or maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but when you process an event like going to Carver Hawkeye, because you have the Big Tens and the NCAAs, which are obviously much more important, but when you go in as the enemy and you're facing someone that you might see in a postseason atmosphere, where does that kind of settle for you on the scale? Because there's all these other implications, and like you're in that environment that's hostile towards you, but it's not quite the championship aspect of it.
I like that energy. I like the energy. Good, bad, whatever it is, I'll take it. I think I perform my best when we're in hostile environments, when everything's on the table. I perform my best. I want to be consistent, want to do that every time. Working on that, working on it. And I know at the end of the day, back pocket, Big Tens, big match, NCAAs, wherever it is, whenever it's a big match, big lights, I'll be there.
Well, forgive me if you've already said this, but you have an extra year of eligibility after this year, right?
I do.
Yeah. You planning on using it, or are you going to decide that after the season?
I think there are some moving pieces. I think coming in, like as a freshman, I was like, oh, we're going to use all these years, we're going to do that. And then I think as life progresses, there are some extra questions that need to be asked. I love wrestling. I love folk style wrestling. I love freestyle wrestling. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, this season, I'm giving everything I got. I'm fully treating this like my senior year. Do everything I can, and if I do everything right, we'll see.
All right, thank you both.